I have to be able to talk to that person, and I have to, like, they have to like fashion to some extent, because like I have fetishes for like corsets and like BCBG clothes and I think I said corsets, but fetish wear, like latex cat suits, and then of course my biggest main interest is like ABDL baby girl stuff, and also schoolgirl stuff, because I'm a Spanko and I really like doing that. So it's been hard to not be sad right now, because between the loss of, one of my closest friends this year, and then my wife, who hadn't even lived with me for like 4 years. So, I mean, our relationship has definitely been over for a long time. It wasn't that difficult. But then, like, the one who was going to come with us to Fiji, it was like, I could totally see someday raising kids with them and having our house and starting a business together, and that to me felt really like close-knit and like family, like, because for me right now family is the most important thing. I've always had 2 rules in my life, basically. Don't fuck with my family and don't fuck with my business, because business is like, you need to make money to survive, and I consider my pets family. So I mean, family has a broader range, I think, than most people, but if you're part of my chosen family, then don't fuck with them. So it's really hard, because now there's this space in between, and like, we really thought that it would be great to live together, because that would be an amazing thought. Dates with one of my partners one night, dates with another partner, if they want to go have their own like bromance where they like to go drink beers or do whatever they want a manly thing do, like, I could just see all of that happening. And in addition to that, I thought for pretty sure that I would have the age play component to it, where I was the one who got to be little. And now it's like, I don't even know what to think. Like, it's really difficult, because it's already been so many years since Justin, and now like I really don't have it at all, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to find that in Fiji, because as far as I know, there's no such thing as age play. Like, Fijian people really have to focus on food and shelter, and they have to fight that strongly for it, like, every single day. So I'm just kind of sad. Like, the loss this year doesn't outweigh all of the blessings that I've had, but it's just being so close and almost having something you want is just like, I was so close. Like, I was so close, and like the trust that went into that, and then finding out, like, even though this person had said by August they would be out here, it's like, well, it's August now, and I still didn't even know. And it's like, there were choices there too. Like, this person was like, well, maybe I'll come at the end of the year, at the beginning, but then it's like, I'm waiting for you again for another 3 or 4 months, and you could change your mind again. And I think waiting for someone to be in a relationship with potentially for 3 years was long enough to wait. I mean, at some point I have to put myself first. And my wife, who I recently got a divorce with, I mean, there's nothing bad to be said about her at all, but systematically for years, everything that I needed, not wanted, needed in a relationship was taken away from me. And I completely understand the reasons why. I mean, they were very good decisions and healthy for this person, but I mean, like, first sex went, then dominance and submission left, and then age play and spanking, and then, okay, we could be polyamorous, but just that person was so afraid that they would lose me if I dated dominance when I could have, that, you know, a lot of those got sabotaged. So before Justin, I spent like, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years, not having any of my needs met. And so I've just noticed for myself that, you know, I've kind of put myself second for a good amount of time, like close to 10 years now. You know, I started out as only being a baby girl, and I'm very thankful that I learned how much I love being a mommy and all of that. But right now, you know, the daddy thing is really missing. For some reason, this has just been on my mind a lot. I feel like I've done several vlogs that have basically just talked about how much I miss having a daddy and how much I want a daddy. And it's just like, you know, I've got this picture in my head of like what this person looks like, not physically necessarily, but just tall, and somebody who, you know, is okay with the little girl stuff and also equally okay with wanting to be literal sometimes, you know, someone who I can talk to, who's generous to other people the way that I am, who wants to travel, who wants kids someday. I mean, it's just, I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't feel like it's ever going to happen. And maybe my life, I meant to maybe stop doing this eventually. I mean, once I get kids, maybe I won't even do filming anymore, which would be sad because I really like filming a lot. But the loss this year, and specifically with this last one, is pretty devastating. I spent a lot of time crying the first couple of days, and I could very easily cry now, but that's not really what I want everyone to take away now. It's just, I really just wanted to talk about these situations because on some level I kind of need some emotional support, you know, like I need to feel like everything's gonna be okay, or people validate that feeling of, well, you know, I'm sad because this person didn't follow through with what they said that they were. But I don't want people to be like, that asshole, that shithead. I mean, no, this person's not a horrible person either. I'm sure they were just afraid of moving to a different country. I'm afraid. I'm petrified. I mean, I know I sound like I'm fearless, but I know this is where I'm supposed to be, but it's not easy. I mean, I'm not gonna have air conditioning. Hopefully we'll have like tiles in the house, but you never know. Like, they cook with little itty bitty stoves that don't really work well, and they have itty bitty teeny tiny refrigerators, and it's 100 degrees with like 100 degrees humidity. I mean, there are going to be so many trials. This is not necessarily going to be the most pleasant thing in the world.